Welcome to Victorian London, a bustling metropolis filled with dreams, despair, and a touch of darkness. It's the late 1800s, and life in the city is a mix of elegance and hardship. In the shadows of grand buildings and busy streets, the East End tells a different story, a tale of poverty, struggle, and survival. Welcome to Whitechapel, one of London's most notorious districts. It's a place where the fog hangs thick, and shadows seem to whisper secrets. Here, the streets are narrow, and the gas lamps flicker, casting eerie glows on the faces of those who roam at night. In the shadows of Whitechapel lived women like Mary and Nichols, Annie Chapman, and Elizabeth Stride. Many were forced into a life of hardship, seeking survival in any way they could. They were brave souls, struggling against the tides of fate, unaware of the danger lurking in the darkness. On a chilly night in August 1888, the peace of the East End was shattered. Mary Ann Nichols was found brutally murdered. Her throat had been slashed, and her body was left in a dark corner, hidden from the world. The horror of the crime sent shockwaves through the community. The police were thrown into a frenzy. Inspector Frederick Aberline, a dedicated officer, took charge of the investigation. He knew this was more than just a murder, it was a race against time to catch a killer who seemed to vanish into thin air. As the days turned into weeks, fear gripped Whitechapel. Another victim, Annie Chapman, was found in the same gruesome manner. Her murder was a chilling reminder that the killer was still out there, lurking in the shadows, preying on the vulnerable. The press caught wind of the murders and went wild. Newspapers screamed headlines like "Murder Most Foul" and "The Ripper Strikes Again." The public was captivated, and the legend of Jack the Ripper began to grow. Everyone wanted to know, who was this mysterious killer? In a shocking twist, letters began to arrive at the police station, signed by someone claiming to be Jack the Ripper. One letter, known as the Dear Boss letter, taunted the police and boasted about the murders. It was as if the killer was playing a deadly game. As fear grew, Elizabeth Stride fell victim to the Ripper on a night when the fog rolled in thick. The brutality of her murder added to the terror gripping the community. And then, just hours later, Catherine Eddowes was also found murdered. It was a double blow to the city's already frayed nerves. The murders ignited public outrage. Citizens were scared to walk the streets at night, and many demanded action. The Whitechapel Vigilance Committee was formed, consisting of local residents who took it upon themselves to patrol the streets, searching for the elusive killer. Then came the most brutal murder of all, Mary Jane Kelly. Found in her own room, her body was unrecognizable after the savage attack. This horrifying act shocked even the seasoned police officers and marked the end of the Ripper's spree. After Mary Jane Kelly's death, the killings suddenly stopped. The Ripper seemed to vanish into thin air, leaving the police and the public baffled. Where had he gone? Had he died, moved away, or simply stopped? Despite the lack of new murders, the police investigation continued. Suspects were named and cleared, but no one was ever charged. The mystery of Jack the Ripper lingered, captivating the minds of investigators and the public alike. Over the years, many theories emerged about Jack the Ripper's identity. Was he a doctor, a butcher, or perhaps even a member of the royal family? Speculation ran rampant, with names like Montague John Drute and Aaron Kosminski frequently mentioned. The legend of Jack the Ripper became a part of London's folklore, inspiring countless books, movies, and documentaries. His story sparked interest in criminology and led to the rise of ripperology, the study of the unsolved case. The identity of Jack the Ripper remains a mystery, locked away in the shadows of history. But one thing is certain, the chilling tale of the Ripper lives on, reminding us of the darkness that can lurk behind the brightest of cities. And as the fog rolls through Whitechapel, perhaps the ghosts of the past still whisper their stories, waiting for justice that may never come.